Right behind me, I've got the 2026 Honda Civic Sport Touring Hybrid. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada, so reviews just like this. If you love car reviews, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. And also thank you to OpenRoad Honda here in Brampton for allowing me to review this Honda Civic. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different models that you can get with the Honda Civics, the safety features that you do get with the Sport Touring Hybrid model, the engine specs, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing on this. Now, as for the different models that are available with the Honda Civic, here are all of them, and here is a list of the safety features you do get with the Sport Touring Hybrid model. As for what powers this does have the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with the 2-motor hybrid system, which makes a combined 200 horsepower and 232 pound-foot of torque. And fuel economy, it's about 4.7 liters in the city and about 5.1 liters on the highway. All right, well, let's start off in the front of the Civic Sport Touring Hybrid here. And first off, this color does not do justice on camera because this color in person is very, very cool. And this is called the Blue Lagoon. So over on the front here, on your bumper area, so down here, you do have the openings obviously, but half of it is closed. So you do have that tiny bit of area right below the license plate. You've also got the front safety sensors that do run across. And you kind of have like these corner vents. Now it's hard to tell, but these vents are actually functional. And also you will notice kind of like this splitter look going on at the bottom, which gives this thing a little bit of an aggressive look. And then you move into the mini little grill area here. You've got more of the front safety sensors, the Honda badge obviously, and then you've got these nice looking LED headlights. These are very nice and sleek and just look very modern on the Civic. And I also like the daytime running light at the top there. So all of this tied together, I think, makes this Civic look very, very good. All right, coming to the side of the Civic, you've got the nice Civic looks obviously. Now up top here, it does have the power sunroof, which is nice. And then around your windows, just your usual black plastic look. Your door handles do come body color. As for the side mirrors, you do have them in gloss black here, and then kind of like this matte black finish for the bottom half. You've also got the turn signals built in, and then you move to the wheels. Now these are pretty unique wheels. You've got the aluminums, the granite grays going on, and these are your 18-inch wheels. Now these paired with this beautiful color, I think these look stunning because if I do take a step back, you can see how nice these wheels look on this. All right, let's come around to the rear of the Civic here. So over on the back here, you've got more of the rear safety sensors. You've got the reflectors in the back, and back here you kind of have like this black plastic trimming, but then you have the body color, so it kind of like stands out a little bit, I guess. And then you just move into the trunk area. So you have your Honda badge obviously, the Civic in black. You've got the hybrid here, and then the Sport Touring, and then these cool looking, just like the front, LED rear taillights. I think these also look good on the Civic. Now let's just go ahead and open up the trunk here. So there is a button right here opening this bad boy up. You do have a good amount of space back here that you can definitely utilize obviously, and I also like how it kind of extends to the sides, and this is going to be on both of the sides there. Now if I go ahead and lift up the rear here, you do have a little bit more space that you can definitely utilize. All right, let's jump inside into the rear and take a look at what this has to offer. So opening this up, you do have a black gray interior and a bunch of other bits and pieces that definitely stand out. So down here, you do have some space. You've got a speaker right here. You've got soft touch material here and this nice looking gray trimming. And also this gloss black piece up here, which definitely stands out. Even your door handle, you've got in like this chrome and another little speaker right there. Also, if you notice on here, it's very hard to tell, but look at how nice that black designing looks. I think it just stands out a lot. There's a whole lot of bits and pieces on this that definitely make this thing pop out. You've also got the rear heated seat button here, which is nice. And then as for the seats, look at how nice this interior looks. You've got this beautiful gray interior, and you've got like this perforated bottom and back sections. I think this just looks stunning in this. And personally, I would probably go with this over the usual black. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the nice gray inside here. Also, if I go ahead and drop down the centerpiece here, you do have your cup holders. Now I'm gonna jump in here and show you the legroom and the headroom in this. All right, entering inside, legroom wise, I am pretty happy, and I'm sure this seat can be adjusted even more further back, but even then, I'll still have a good amount of legroom in this. And in terms of the headroom, the roof kind of goes inward, so you have more space. I'm wearing a hat. For reference, I'm 5'11", and I'm super comfortable back here. Also behind the driver and the passenger seat, I love how it's all just soft touch material. There's no plastic or anything. However, behind the driver's seat, there is no storage pocket, but you do have one on the passenger side. Now over on the rear console, it's just all plain, no vents, nothing back here. All right, now let's head to the front and see if anything is different. So opening this up, the only thing that I really notice up here is a little bit more of a bigger area. Everything else is identical, other than just one speaker up here. You don't have the other one up there, and then you just have the trunk release button, which is right there, and then just your usual window controls, side mirror controls, and all of that good stuff. All right, now let's check out the front seats. I think this interior just pops out a lot. Look at how nice this looks. The seats are identical to the rear, and in terms of what I'm talking about is the perforated bottom and back sections, and then the front seats do come heated. And then over on the side here, you do have your power seat adjustments. Underneath, you got like kind of like these premium looking pedals, and then hidden in the corner here, you do have your hood latch release. Up here, you have your traction control, and then here is your cluster dimmer, and even the venting on the Civics. This looks very cool because look how thin it is. You've got like this white outlining and the honeycomb styling going on with the gloss black. And then as for the steering wheel, this does come manual adjustable. All right, as you enter inside, your whole dashboard is in kind of like this hard, soft material. You've got a speaker here in the corner, and this also has the Bose sound system, as you can tell right there. And you have another speaker on the other pillar. And then you get into your very nice looking fully digital cluster area. Well, kind of fully digital because only the middle screen is, but if you look at the gauges on the sides, those are not a part of the screen. So I would kind of say like this is a half full digital screen, and this is a 10.2 inch cluster area. I mean, on here you can view a ton of different things, and to control all of that, it is done through here and then this button on this side, because if you look at each of the gauges there, you can change all of the information. So if I use the scroll wheel on the left, as you can see, I can view all sorts of different information. And then if I use the one on the right, I also have different information that I can view. So I do like how there's a lot of customization in terms of the information which you can view on both of the sides. Now, this is something very, very cool, but if you love attention to detail like I do, if you look at the little vehicle image right there, if I press the brake, it also illuminates, letting you know that you've pressed the brake. How cool is that? Now, as for the steering wheel, you do have the soft touch material. This does come heated, which is nice. And then you have more of the nice gloss black and also the chrome that goes all the way around. Your heated steering wheel button is down here. And then on the left side, you have all of your seat controls, volume, Bluetooth, and then the cluster controls for the screen there. And the other side, you do have all your cruise control settings, follow distance, lane keep, and then you have the other cluster control. Now behind the steering wheel, you will also notice there are paddle shifters. And then on this side, you have all your lighting controls, high beams, and indicators. And the other side, you do have your wiper controls. All right, moving to the center armrest, you do have the soft touch material and kind of like this contrast stitching here. And opening this up, you do have a decent amount of space that you can definitely utilize. And then you move into the center console here. Even on here, you have that nice trimming everywhere. You've got the front cup holders, obviously. You've got your brake hold, electronic parking brake here, different drive modes. So if you want to see all of them, well, here they are. You've got eco here. There's also normal, sport, and individual. And then of course your handy dandy shifter here. And then back here, you do have some space, but for your phone, obviously. And this is a wireless phone charger. You've got USB ports and a 12-volt outlet. And then you move into all of this. So all of this is your heating and cooling. Here is the heated seat controls for the driver and the passenger side over there. And then look at how cool this venting looks. I really love what they've done with the designing of the venting because it just looks so nice. And then in the center, you just have your hazards. And then really you just get into your touchscreen here. This is a 9-inch touchscreen. So on here, you can view obviously all sorts of different things, and it's very, very easy to use. So if I just press the home button, which I'm already on right here, there is multiple pages that you can definitely go through. So let's go to the first page here. You've got Google Maps. So if I click into that, there it is. And look how responsive this was. If I click back again, look at that. Very, very fast, which I love. You've got the phone section, FM, Play Store, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. This also has Alexa. You've got Google Assistant. Next is the vehicle settings, which is general on any vehicle. So you have your driver assistant stuff, which is your safety features, meter setup, all that good stuff. You can play around with all this and customize it to your liking. And then if I go back, you've also got the general settings, which again, you can customize to your liking. Heading back again, you've got the profile settings, power flow, which is pretty neat because it kind of tells you obviously your range and how much power you're using. And then heading back, you've got Bluetooth, trip computer, USB, AM. Next is the system updates, Wi-Fi hotspot, clock, Honda Link, compass, display mode, and then you have all apps. So you can go through all of these. So that's pretty much it for this. And see how easy that was? It's very nicely laid out, especially if you're new to, let's say, a Honda Civic. you can get used to it in like a couple of minutes. Also, let me show you the backup camera on this. So let's just put this thing into reverse, and there it is. You've got all your lines here. You've got the different angles. So if you want to see that, you've also got this, the top view. But yeah, you have all of this, which is pretty cool that you can kind of change the angles and all that. Now moving up here, just your mirror, but you also have a power on off for your mirror dimmer. And then moving further up here, if I open this, this is where you put your sunglasses. You also have your sunroof controls here, SOS, and then the interior lights. And here is the key fob for the Civic. It's your usual Honda key. All right, let's come around to the passenger side and let me show you what you get on this side. So opening this up, here is that nice sleek venti again with the gloss trimming obviously and the white trimming. And then you just have your usual glove compartment space there. As for the pricing, there was no window sticker for this, but if you do build it out online with all of the fees, it's about $41,100 Canadian plus taxes. Well, that does it for the review on this 2026 Honda Civic Sport Touring Hybrid. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this?